You are valuable. You do have purpose. You are not what they said you were. Prosperity will find you. You are successful. You are beautiful. Your past does not define you. The moment you decide to look outside of yourself for value is the moment you give your rights away to be authentically you. Your value is not in what your mother thinks of you, what your father thinks of you, what your family and friends think of you. Your value is what you think of yourself. That is the secret to authentically loving and being you.
Welcome to Soul Food with Sadie. It's time to feed your soul, uplifting others through inspiration, motivation, and edifying the soul so we can be the best version of ourselves. Here's your host, Sadie Evans.
Welcome to Soul Food with Sadie. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take the seeds that are for you and leave what's not. You guys, it is August the 2nd. Can you believe that it's the 8th month? New beginnings, new declarations, new goals to slay, y'all. The 8th month. Wow, this year is flying. And I am so excited about school starting. I'm extremely excited for my babies. They get to learn, they get to meet new people, and I get some free time. I've never really had time to myself outside of being a mother. My identity has always been a mother. And if I wasn't being a mother, I was being a woman to my man. If I wasn't being a woman to my man, I was being a friend. I was being a sister, a daughter. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in different identities that we lose sight of our true identity. So this summer, y'all, it was so much fun. So much fun. You know, last summer, COVID really came through and wiped out all the fun that we were supposed to have. But this summer was really, really fun. Really exciting. I really bonded with the kids. We went swimming. We went to the park. The kids played soccer. My son is doing football now. And we just really have fun. One day I can remember being at the park, and the kids, my little ones, they loved for me to push them on the swing. And my baby girl, she loved the merry-go-round. And I liked pushing her on it. One day, while admiring her innocence and joy for the merry-go-round at the park, all I could think about was how that ride made you dizzy. It even made me dizzy when I was spinning her around. I was reminded of how sometimes in life we get stuck living our life in circles. I remember being 16 and having my first child, being in a very physical, abusive relationship, and then turning around at 18, having another child, and enduring the same abuse by the hands of the same man. And never ever thinking that it was abnormal, never ever thinking that my life was going in circles. I really didn't even focus on that. I just focused on really trying to be a good woman and a good mother and finding my identity in that situation. I finally left that relationship after many years and a lot of turmoil. But here I was every 3 years in another relationship with the same person, just a different face, going through the same exact cycle. never realizing that I was becoming more and more dizzy from living my life in circles. I found myself depressed, anxious, emotionally broken, but I was too dizzy from living my life in circles that I couldn't even see it, y'all. I couldn't even see the pattern that I was falling into. I couldn't even see the types of people that I was allowing into my life. I couldn't see any of that because I was so dizzy from the ride. Someone is going to be listening to this message, and you're going to realize that you are continuing to produce the same fruit in your life, year after year, decade after decade. Your story might not sound like mine, though. Your merry-go-round might be toxic family members. It might be unforgiveness, or whatever it is that is causing you to live your life in circles. But when you are fed up and truly ready to get off, you will know. And these strategies that I'm about to give you will help you first acknowledge that you are not a victim of the situation, although it's comfortable. To keep that victim mentality, it is very comfortable. A lot of us like to play the victim mentality because we don't want to grow. And honestly, it's comfortable for the brain, so it's unconscious and conscious. It's comfortable for the brain because the brain does not like change. The brain is meant to stay complacent. So when we adapt this victim mentality, it is so hard to move away from it. But let me tell you, it produces no good fruit. Your situation happens so that you can grow. It didn't happen for you to stay stuck and become a victim of it. Secondly, search for the lesson in the situation. For me, it was the lack of knowing and loving myself. And until I took the time to heal and really be by myself, I mean truly healing, not just on the surface, I wasn't able to see the lesson. So do the work required to heal. That looks different for everyone because our situations aren't the same, as I stated. If you would like for me to coach you through your healing, email me at coach@SadieMaeEvans.com, and I will help you create a personalized strategy to jumpstart your healing. Because everybody, I don't care who you are, you need somebody to help you on that healing process, in that healing process, on that healing journey. You cannot do it alone. And every time I tried to do it alone, I found myself living in circles. Third, begin to shift your mindset. True freedom starts with your mind. Sometimes we are so conditioned to think negative due to others' doubts, fears, and sometimes just because our parents or guardians, they just didn't know better. If you don't know better, you can't do better. So charge it to their head and not their heart, because they did the very best that they could. You now have the responsibility to reverse the generational curse of negative thoughts and negative self-talk. This will be the most difficult and time-consuming thing to do because the mind is set up to reject change, as I stated before. But that all changes when you are fed up of living your life in circles. Fourth, life is an action sport. So nothing in life will change if you don't put in the work, period. Faith without works is dead. I can believe, I can talk, I can write all day long. But if I don't put in the work, nothing will change. I will produce no fruit. There is no possible way I can expect a harvest, but I'm not doing nothing. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I'm not talking about start, then stop, start, then stop. I'm speaking about making the conscious decision to change daily. Shift your mindset daily. Remove toxic conversations daily. Stop allowing people to dump on you. Make people ask permission to dump on you. Truly. I found myself always dumping on somebody about what I've been through. And it finally hit me that they don't want to hear that mess. Why am I spreading poison? So I began to ask people, can I tell you this. Because we don't know where they are emotionally, so we don't want to dump on them. So those 4 steps that I just gave you are only scratching the surface. Trust me. I was so fed up with living my life in circles that I did what others are afraid to do. I broke the chain that had me bound to that merry-go-round. And I am working daily on shifting my mindset. I mean daily. Negative thoughts come to my head. I literally have to change it. I literally have to change that thought. Because if I even entertain it just a little bit, the fact that I'm so conditioned to negative thinking, it will grow like a weed. And I refuse to continue to live my life in circles. If you feel you are living your life in circles and you're not satisfied with the results, I challenge you to implement these strategies into your life today. Not tomorrow, today. It is time to walk in all the greatness that is within you. I have never met you, but I believe in you. Thank you for tuning in to Soul Food with Sadie. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you're interested in being a guest on the show, or if you're needing coaching, email me at coach@SadieMaeEvans.com. Be blessed. And as always, make sure that your cup is so full of goodness that you'll spill on everyone you come in contact with. The moment you decide to look outside of yourself for value is the moment you give your rights away to be authentically you. Your value is not in what your mother thinks of you, what your father thinks of you, what your family and friends think of you. Your value is what you think of yourself. That is the secret to authentically loving and being you.